Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, this is a bit of a different setting today. I am joined once again by Miss Cookie. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. I said it, but where are we standing right now?
We are in the home of the infamous Charlie Fitzgerald. Charlie and Sarah Fitzgerald. Mr. Charlie was the owner, creator of Charlie's Place that was established in 1937 in Myrtle Beach.
Now I know you're the perfect person to talk to about the history. You know all about history here, but this is a really special place for a lot of reasons.
It really is, and I may not know the history, but I have been so engrossed in learning, because some of it, although I'm a true native and grew up here, there are things that, every once in a while we do learn new things, and so, I wasn't aware. But Mr. Charlie came to Myrtle Beach from New York in 1935. He was a businessman, rather an astute businessman, and he and his wife, Miss Sarah, this is Mr. Charlie, Miss Sarah, opened Charlie's Place, and interchangeable is Charlie's Place and Whispering Pines, where the likes of Billie Holiday, Little Richard, Ella Fitzgerald, Fats Domino, James Brown, all of them came and played and or stayed.
Can you imagine?
Yes, at Charlie's Place. Now, they could go to the white establishments and play, but they couldn't stay. Yeah, during that time. And so they would go and gig a little bit, finish up, come back over to Charlie's Place, gig some more, and this is where they would eat and they would stay.
This was a home.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just thinking about all the people that have come through here and what this place has been over the years. What was it like? I mean, obviously, you don't necessarily have to know back in the day,
Right.
but what would you imagine it felt like in here?
Very lively. Like I said, this was their home, but right next door to my left was Whispering Pines and Charlie's Place. So very lively, as old folks would say back in the day, it was jumping. And Mr. Charlie didn't believe in segregation. So he allowed the white kids to come over from Ocean Boulevard or Ocean Drive. And initially, they were the ones in the balcony. But because Mr. Charlie created a safe haven, a safe space where people just wanted to come and dance and enjoy, he created this space for them. And so they eventually came down, on the floor and just started dancing and enjoying themselves. And he had this very professional wait staff. I mean, and you see some of the pictures when they were like most professional.
Now, what is Charlie's Place today?
Well, the home itself is used as office space for the city of Myrtle Beach, neighborhood services. But we have meeting rooms also, where some of our city's commissions and boards meet here monthly. But probably the thing I feel that brings honor to Mr. Charlie and Miss Sarah the most is anything that is arts oriented and definitely music.
Oh yeah.
Like the motel units, the first 4, we're still working, it's a work in progress to convert to musical era museum spaces.
Cool.
40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And then the next 4 are incubator spaces for young entrepreneurs who are in the arts. There's communications, there's somebody who does jewelry, there's somebody who designs t-shirts.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by CVS Health.
February 21st was National Caregivers Day, so now I'm joined by sisters JJ and Natalie, who have a podcast about their experience being caregivers. How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Well, let's get into it. Tell me, there's a lot of people out there that are caring for a loved one. You both have had that experience firsthand, but what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced while caring for your mother?
It was unexpected, first of all. After our dad passed away, we never thought we would be caregivers. I think that's the biggest thing. And our dad passed away, and we're now full-time caregivers for our mom. Biggest challenges, when you become a caregiver, you do everything. You're the chef, you are finance, you're attorneys, you're a part-time physician, you really do everything. We talk about great companies, for example, that do the right thing. We had an issue with Mom's insurance in 2023, and a benefit we didn't even realize Mom had was CVS Specialty, and they raised their hand and said, no, your mom is getting her medicine. I would have never thought CVS would be one of my biggest advocates, and they are. They're one of the biggest parts of my team now, now that I realize that. But caregivers need advocates too.
I love that. So what do you do whenever you're experiencing caregiver burnout? What is that and how do you face it?
Ooh, well, we always say, caregiver burnout can be very common. And so things that I think about that folks can do to support caregivers to reduce that burnout is what can you do to help that individual? It may be lifting a burden like cutting their grass, dropping off food, picking up their mail, little things that make their life a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
So then they can take time for themselves.
Exactly. Taking time for themselves can be 10 minutes, and that is taking a breath, going outside and getting some sunshine, because we know that's fantastic for you. Just find things that fill your bucket, get you away from that caregiving time, and just
Helps you.
Yeah, helps you, makes you calm. This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by CVS Health.
So I want to welcome you guys to Conway Glass today. And this morning we're going to share everything that we can about Conway Glass with you. And right now we are in my studio, the stained glass studio, where I build, design, cut and fabricate stained glass windows. So the project that you see here in front of me and in front of you, this is phase 2 for Drunken Jack's down in Murrells Inlet. So what we are to the point now where we need to add our reinforcing bars. So our reinforcing bar stabilizes the window because they have a lot of traffic there at Drunken Jack's, and there's always children going to push on it and everything. So these bars run vertically. This is a steel bar. Okay, and it has been dipped in tin. And because it's been dipped in tin, that's why that we can use our solder. Now I have to get the bar ready because the bar attaches to the solder joints along the window, and that's what keeps the window very rigid. So we start out with just a little bit of flux, or it's an acid, and we place it on the steel, and then you'll hear a little bit of a tsh. Hear that? And then we hold it there and let the steel get hot, and then we pick straight up, just like that, straight up. But because these lines, they run like this and then one runs like this, when you get this in the light, Katie, it moves.
It's so cool.
The water actually moves when you get it in the light.
Well, for someone watching right now that either wants to come take a class with you guys, wants to come by and shop all the gorgeous pieces you have here, where are you located and where can people find your website?
So we are at 708 12th Avenue in Conway. You can get a hold of us or go to our website to register for a class at conwayglass.com. we also,
Your social media.
we have our social media.
You have to check it out.
And you'll have to, you need to check out. We have over 1,000 videos, 31,000 subscribers. And on our YouTube channel, which is Arty, ARTYRV, Glass Studio, can go there and actually learn how to do stained glass by watching our videos.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Good morning. Thanks everybody for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined by Will from Dreamwalkers. How are you doing?
Good.
Awesome. I want you to go ahead and tell me your story.
Okay. Guess I can start from the high school days. Graduated in 1996 from Lincoln High School. Was born and raised on the McClellanville area in South Carolina. Played football, basketball, baseball, and pretty much excelled in football. Got a scholarship to play at Johnson C. Smith University in Charlotte, North Carolina. Played there for a couple of years and got injured. Well, actually, I played basketball and football at college. Yeah, I was like the only freshman playing football and basketball. At the end of my sophomore, actually it was the last spring game, I got injured making a tackle. The injury was I fractured my C4, C5 vertebrae. My parents flew up there. They quit their jobs, and I was with them for every day for like 4 years straight before my mom passed. But with Dreamwalkers, that's a little bit of the background with it is geared towards athletes like in my position, and it will be like a resource, outreach to help them with certain things like transportation, whether it's spiritually, physically, mentally. It's something to help people that's in my position. But it's not limited to athletes, but it's geared towards athletes.
Gotcha. You know firsthand what toll it takes not only on you, but on your entire life, your family, your inner circle, how much of a toll that takes whenever you go through an injury like that. What has your recovery been like over the years, and how has your family helped you through that?
Oh man, like I said, the day of my injury, I was with my parents. I'm grateful for every moment that they were there. I had a lot of friends and family that call and check and come by. Those two are there every day. Right? I couldn't ask for better parents than that.
Mm-hmm. So now you're able to pay it forward and help people in similar situations. You said it a little bit before, but what are some of the resources that Dreamwalkers helps out with?
If I have the funding and backing from the community, I'll give away as much as possible. It doesn't matter. My goal is to help others out in my position.
So are you able to provide like equipment? You were saying transportation. What does that look like?
It was just like some folks need to go to the doctor, or someone need to go out with their family. They're having family functions and they're stuck at home. Little things like that would be a huge plus for someone's family. Mentally, I would want to have physical therapy, someone that deals with mental health or, therapists, just different outlets, like with people in my position that they can reach out.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.